What's going on, bulls and bears? This is Super Crypto. I'm going to do a general update. So I'm going to be scanning pretty much six cryptos. I'm going to be scanning the DXY and the total crypto market cap as well. So we're going to start off with BTC and we'll just kind of go down my typical line here. Um, we're slightly above the 20-day moving average. RSI is holding above neutral. And honestly, we've just been chopping around. So we have a lot of the same targets that are still in play. Um, Not much to it really. Downside targets, I'll call like one or two because we're just really chopping around. So two downside targets that I'm looking at, 16,732, and I'm looking at 16,588, which is kind of the gold zone in this little fib chart that I drew. Upside targets, we need to break the previous support, the previous high at $17,000.51. Ultimately, if we continue to move up, I'm envisioning 17,500. So that's BTC. Really, there's not too much going on. I wish I could go into more detail, but we've just been chopping around. Money, there's so much volatility in the total crypto market right now. So we'll see. I mean, the holidays are coming up, so that could be one of the main reasons why. Ethereum. Ethereum, it broke trend. We're now moving up, which is a great sign. We're holding support around 1217, which is kind of the gold zone area. We're hovering above the 20-day moving average, and RSI is hovering above neutral. Um, Short-term targets that I see, 1239 as a bullish target, and ultimately 1252.74. We'll have to wait and see. Those are two short-term bullish targets. Um, Short-term downside targets, I'll just do it fib by fib. No, I kind of want to do a larger fib. I look at 1190 as support, so that's a major support, and then ultimately 1155 if we do go down. So that's my quick little tidbit on ETH. Let's go take a look at QNT. RSI is neutral. We're hovering above the 20-day moving average, and we're holding support at the gold zone here at like 105 and 93 cents. Two short-term bullish targets. If we decide to push up, I'm really looking at 108. 108 is a critical support, or I'm sorry, critical resistance at where we are currently. And then I ultimately think the last or potential stop would be $11.38. So those are two bullish targets. Downside targets, $100 to me is still on the table. And that's just because of the market volatility. Next up I'm looking at is $97.30. Right now, there's honestly, with all these cryptos, there's not too much going on right now, and I'm not fully sold quite yet on an uptrend. We may have a little relief bounce, right? When stocks close, especially during the holidays, we could have that potential push. But hard to say for now. We'll have to wait and see. Let's do a update on MATIC. So MATIC, we're holding the gold zone now above it. RSI is neutral. We're above the 20-day moving average. These are good signs. Um, and it looks like we have the potential to push up. We just have to wait until more money flows into the market. As the baseline of where we're currently at, uh, total crypto market 770 is kind of the gauge that I'm looking at for money to keep flowing in. Anything above that, if we continue to push higher, that's great news. But just remember, yesterday we dropped down all the way to $758 billion. And now we're currently at $772 billion. If that doesn't scream volatility, I don't know what else would. Um, let's talk about some targets. Two bullish short-term targets I'm going to call is 0.8054 and the next target is 0.8117. Short-term bearish targets. I'm looking at 0.7855 and I'm actually looking at 0.775. I'm sorry, 0.7715. I misspoke there. The reason why I'm looking at those two, because we have something that we could follow already. We've seen Polygon already do those moves. We just need to know whether we're going up or down. And holding those two that I mentioned would determine kind of a bounce, potential bounces. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's move on to AVAX, aka Avalanche. Avalanche doesn't look as good as some of the other charts. We are really getting stuck at this 1190 area. So some key supports to or for the this is for the bulls. We need a break above 1190 and then $12.03 would be kind of the next stop. This is the area that we are really having a hard time getting above. Short-term targets for the bears 1165, which is kind of the gold zone, and then I'm gonna even go all the way down to 1116. In my opinion, those are kind of the two major targets right now. We're hovering above the 20-day moving average. RSI is almost neutral. So that's just a little snapshot of what AVAX is doing. Not too much. I guess we can move on to Solana. Solana, let's see. It's weird. Despite the total crypto market cap really moving, again, with that volatility, that's almost $15 billion that flowed into the market, there's still this downtrend. Um, so I guess if you take a look at RSI, we're not doing much, thus reflecting this little downtrend. We need to make a major push. I will begin to say that there could be a reversal once we hold above $12.17. And this is for the bulls. This is your first bullish target. Next, I would actually eye this. $12.49. Number one, it's kind of a psychological area because it's like $12.50, right? So anything slightly below that, I think would be your next target, and I actually would mark that because of just what I see. Oop, not trend line, horizontal line. Yeah, we need to get above this point. Those are your short-term bullish targets, short-term bearish targets. Really, 1183, let's just pretend that we fall off that. Your next two targets are $11.67 and $11.56. So those are my short-term bearish targets. That's really all I have for Solana. Let's just take a quick look at DXY. It's above the 20-day moving average. I've marked these little key areas just because I'm trying to gauge where the market's going. Honestly, anything below 103 and 72 cents, I potentially see crypto kind of making a reversal. But since it looks like we're kind of pushing up, so that's why I could see why we're a little bit stagnant in the market. Total crypto market cap, I mean, it literally looks like the Ethereum and actually it totally looks like the BTC chart. Yeah. Total crypto market cap just looks like exactly like the BTC chart. With that being said, if we can hold above, in my opinion, $780 billion, it's definitely a good sign and we could potentially move up. However, we're still chopping around. Um, We'll have to wait and see. We did do a nice little bounce right after the gold zone. I'm kind of waiting to see if more money will flow into the market the next couple days, and we may hit that mark that I was saying. So let me just mark this just for future reference, and somewhere around here. I mean, I'll probably go back and readjust it. Actually, I should just readjust it right now, right? Oh, okay. Let's just go about, I'm gonna call that. Yeah, I'm gonna call that. Okay, if we can hold above $780 billion, I really think we have the potential to push up. We'll have to wait and see. As I mentioned, be sure to trade safe, trade smart, and if you do like these updates, please be sure to give me a like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. Until the next video, peace.